So this is the original screen cap that I'll be drawing. It's from the She-Ra and the Princesses of Power show. I do not own that image, nor will I ever. Oh boy, it'd be so fun if I did. So yes, now that I've discussed that issue, the reason I say that so explicitly is I do use it for color picking later, so it does show up in the video. I do not own it. I really don't. Trust me on this one. I have basically zero claim to that first one. But this one that you see drawn, haha, I own that one. I don't own the characters in it, but I own the actual art. I'm still trying to learn how copyright stuff works. Also, spoilery stuff will be mentioned in this video, so if you haven't seen the show yet and you really want to, or you plan to and you don't want to know any spoilers, then I suggest you stop watching or you just mute the video. If you don't care, then continue on as you please. The thumbnail kind of showed all four of them. I don't think that counts as spoilery. There's been more spoilery thumbnails for videos on the internet, so not gonna apologize for that one. I know how words work. I do indeed have this semi-scripted, but at some point I just couldn't think of what more to write down, so I'm just going to wing it at some point. Don't know when that point is, because I'm not really going in order. But yes, now that those two very, very important issues out of the way, hello! This video, I did want to go up on the 26th because that's right after I had finished watching and drawing this. I hadn't edited the video. I had not edited the video yet, but fun fact for you all, the 24th I believe is when Eid was, so I put my Eid animation up, and I don't really put up 2 videos in a week. When I first started, like at the very beginning of my YouTube, not so far back, that was only like when I posted like once a month, but like when I was starting to post consistently, I posted twice a week just because those were like shorter videos, and also I wanted to like have something instead of just my 3 sparse animations and 1 very weird speed paint. So yeah. My window is also open, so cars drive by occasionally now, because people are starting to do things and go places. So there's car sounds occasionally, and I could close my window. That'd probably help with the issue, but then I'd melt because it's May, and when you see this, it's going to be June, unless something wildly insane happens between now and the 31st, which is like the 4 days that are left of May, so it's probably going up in June. I think is how I schedule these videos. Yes, so I chose to draw this screen cap for many reasons. The first and most important one being there are no hands in it. There are many arms, but there are no hands, and I can always appreciate an opportunity where I can draw a full piece of, not really art, where I can draw a full thing and not have to draw any hands and feel basically no guilt about it. That is a lovely day indeed. So that's what I did. Also, it's from the end episode. It only seems fitting because the series just ended. And I don't know, I just thought it'd be cute. It's got all 4 of them. It's got the entire squad. I could have drawn some. Wow. I can really talk today. Wow. This is like the 3rd time I recorded the audio, and I'm kind of getting tired of it. They only get worse with each recording. So yeah, I could have drawn one of the Catra scenes, but I didn't. Because, well, for starters, I wanted to draw Glimmer and Bo as well, because they're also important characters to the show. Also, Glimmer's hair is just kind of fun to draw. Bo's hair is very not fun to draw. I can't draw, I'm not very good drawing short hair. I've only kind of started trying to make an effort to draw short hair recently, and can't draw different hair types super well either. So, baby steps. That's what, I'll get better at it. Probably. I sure hope so. If I don't, I will be very sad. Very sad indeed. Also my device kept crashing. The program kept crashing when I was drawing this, and none of my actual work was lost. However, the recording would just delete itself. Don't know why or how. I really wish I knew how. Or, no, I know how. I really wish I knew why. I think it's just because I had like too many things running. But the fun fact about Autodesk Sketchbook, at least currently, or whatever version of Autodesk Sketchbook I'm drawing on, is that unlike Procreate, it does not automatically record things for you, which kind of sucks because now I've got to remember to actually hit record when I start drawing to make a video about it. Whereas if you're on Procreate, I think you can just take it once it's done and it just happens by itself, and then you can just export it. I don't know. I don't have Procreate. If I did, I'd probably be using it, but I'm not. So that's a sad time for everyone involved. So that's why there's random cuts. There's kind of a bunch of random cuts when I'm sketching. After that, not really so much when I'm inking and coloring. I mean, there sort of is. They're just like shading and stuff like that, pretty repetitive, so you don't really miss anything essential. Yeah, so this took me 3 days. Now, it's not 3 days straight. I didn't just spend 72 hours at once drawing this, mind you. That is not at all what happened. I'd probably go insane if I did that. You know, I need sleep and food and sleep and all those other fun things we humans have deemed essential. So it's kind of like a few hours or like an hour a day. It took me like 3 days. I did part of this while in a car. Part of the shading, so it's not really that influential. But if anything, that's what I'm gonna use an excuse if this turns out terrible. And it's finished. I've finished drawing it at this point. It turned out very cute. I am a fan. I do hope you like it. I spent a while on this. It's not an amount that was so large it seemed weird and unnecessary for 4 characters, because there are 4 characters in it. They're only from like the waist up, and there are no hands, and there are no eyes, because in Screencap all of them had their eyes closed, but still 4 characters, fully colored and shaded with a background. Now the background is just grass, but it is a background. 3 days. It's not bad. Not a bad time at all. Yeah, so also while I'm doing this is, I think, the second time in a while, the first time in a while, where I've been doing digital art and doing the thing where you like round out the corners of the line art. I'm not really sure how to explain it. I also do the shading and the highlight. Yes. To make it look all soft, cute, and like I have pen pressure. In reality, I don't. If I had a Apple Pencil or something, I suppose, then I'd have pen pressure. But I don't have $100 to spend on a very fancy stylus. No, sorry. I've got this roughly $2 stylus I bought off of Amazon. It has no pen pressure, but it does have a little plastic disc thingy on the end. I don't know, I quite like it. The other end, it's double-sided, so the other end looks like a tiny microphone, which is quite fun, except for sometimes at school, the other people request to see it, and then they talk into it like it's a tiny microphone. And I'm not sure to do past that, because I'm not good at people things. That's a thing that happens. I'm quite pleased with how Adora's ponytail turned out. Like I said, I can't hair very well. Yeah, Adora's ponytail turned out really fun. It looks flouncy and all those other words that mean vaguely the same thing and sound somewhat similar. Catra doesn't look quite like Catra. That was the most Catra-like I could get her expressions, because I didn't want to spend forever on it, because like I said, 4 characters. It took me 3 days. I've got other things to do in life, unfortunately, as much as I would have liked to spend as long as Catra required. So she does look like Catra, especially when she's colored and you see her next to like Adora and Glimmer and Bow. If you just look at her face, you don't look at the face, and you immediately go, oh, forgot her freckles. I totally forgot that. Well, now I just feel dumb. I made a note to myself saying remember Catra's freckles. But I didn't. I didn't. I'm so upset. I'm so upset with myself now. Now I'm frustrated. It's too late now. I can't fix it now. I already saved the thing. I've done the thing. I can't. Wow. I remember. I was drawing this and I was like, oh, I must remember to add in her freckles in the coloring stage, like I did with the marks on her arm. I said it. I was like, oh, I gotta remember to do it. And then I didn't. Wow, I am so upset with myself. Literally myself and no one else. Well, that's disappointing. I'll have to remember those if I draw Catra again, which I probably will at some point because she's quite a fun character to draw. Yeah, so I showed this to my sister and I was like, yeah, Catra doesn't quite look like Catra, but I still think it turned out cute. And then my sister had the audacity to be like, oh yeah, it's because she's smiling. And I was like, oh, you really went down that route, huh? She's not necessarily wrong. I'm not saying she's wrong necessarily. Just the bluntness and the way she said it, oh, it was a thing. It's the most marvelously thing. Yeah, so there's on the grass. And then he added in the glowy bits. And the glowy bits are like magic particles that happen when they like diffuse the art of etheria. The glowy bits, from the beginning, I was like, oh, I need to draw the glowy bits because there's that giant one on like near Bo's head, and I was like, that's essential that I have to draw the rest because you can't just have one glowy bit on Bo's forehead. That's gonna look really weird. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it would probably look weird. Yeah, so here I'm just adding some highlights, doing some shading, on those little final details, but not Catra's freckles apparently, because I just forgot those were a thing, despite intensely looking at the reference and trying to make sure I had everything, but I didn't. So now I'm just disappointed in myself. Wait, that's fine. So yeah, here I'm just adding up some final highlights. I never really figure out how I'm gonna highlight Glimmer's tiara circlet thing. Not really sure what that's called. So yeah, I think this is the end of the video. I hope you had fun watching. My family keeps telling me to tell people to like, subscribe, and all that stuff. So like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. You can follow me on Instagram, which is on the end card. I hope you have a fantabulous day. Thanks for watching!